Looks like Hunter Biden is being charged with 9 new charges for avoiding paying taxes. He didn't pay 1.4 million in taxes that he should have. It's time we just start investigating all rich people and make sure they're paying their taxes and not committing any crimes.
With the big story, something we've been covering for a long time. Breaking news overnight. Hunter Biden, son of the president of the United States, now indicted on 9 counts related to his taxes. That includes 3 felony counts and 6 misdemeanors, all on the recommendation of a federal grand jury in the state of California. The president's son is accused of avoiding payment actively of more than $1 million in taxes to the IRS. They have since been paid, however. Catherine Herridge has been closely following this story, and she's in Washington for us. Catherine, big development. Good morning.
Yeah, even though he has paid his taxes that he should have, the fact that he was avoiding paying taxes is a crime and he should be punished for it. Should be able to get away with not paying their taxes like they should be, especially when you're a rich person and you can pay your taxes.
Good morning, Tony. According to a letter obtained by CBS News, Hunter Biden's legal team tried to meet with federal prosecutors earlier this week, but the meeting never happened. When the charges were filed late last night, the special counsel confirmed this investigation is ongoing.
The sprawling indictment brought by special counsel David Weiss alleges Hunter Biden engaged in a 4-year scheme to avoid paying at least $1.4 million in federal taxes.
Hunter Biden is facing very serious charges here.
The president's son is accused of taking false business deductions to reduce his tax liability. The indictment alleges he spent this money on drugs, escorts, and girlfriends, luxury hotels, and exotic cars.
One of the things I think that jumps out from the indictment is that Hunter Biden allegedly knew exactly what he was doing.
In July, at a Delaware court,
I mean, what rich person doesn't know what they're doing when they're avoiding taxes and then spending all that extra money on luxury stuff? It's like the typical thing for rich people to do. This is why we got to close the tax loopholes and stuff, raise the taxes on rich people, and enforce them paying their taxes.
a plea agreement for lesser charges collapsed over whether the deal would end Hunter Biden's legal problems. 2 months later, felony gun charges were filed in the same courthouse, alleging he lied about his drug use to purchase a gun in 2018. He pleaded not guilty.
The previous plea deal fell apart in part because the judge didn't like that the gun charges were bundled in with the tax charges, and in part because there wasn't a meeting of the minds as to whether or not future charges could come.
The new tax charges were filed in California because he lived there when the alleged crimes were committed. In a statement, Hunter Biden's attorney said, based on the facts and the law, if Hunter's name was anything other than Biden, the charges in Delaware and now California would not have been brought.
This is exactly what Hunter Biden wanted to avoid with the plea deal. He wanted to be able to avoid jail time.
If convicted.
Well, don't do the crime if you don't want to do the time. Let's start putting rich people in jail for avoiding taxes when they should be paying their taxes.
On all counts, Hunter Biden could face up to 17 years in prison. He's already under subpoena to give closed-door testimony on Capitol Hill next.